studio. Great friend of the program, Greg Newsome.
Yes.
In studio with us, fresh off the practice field. How you doing, man? How's the 1 day left of OTAs tomorrow, and then mandatory, and then some time? How's the OTA portion been for you?
Man, it's been great. It's just crazy now. I've played so much football that a lot of the stuff is becoming easier, like just route recognition, a lot of those things. I know what to expect. So I think I've been having a great OTA so far.
We've been hearing so much about option routes and choice routes, and so that's something that maybe we haven't seen as much from your standpoint, but I won today. I know Elijah ran kind of a little out, stick back in, and you were right there, broke it up, talk a little smack right there. Yeah. So is that fun to be challenged in different ways, maybe even from our own offense, from what you've seen in the past?
Yeah, for sure. And Elijah knows, man, every single time we're about to start 7-on-7, he says, let's work. Iron sharpens iron. So we definitely love that battle, and they run a lot of more different routes. So it's good coming into OTAs and not having the exact same offense that I've seen for the past 3 seasons. So we have to also adjust. We can't just sit on routes because they run a lot of different stuff now. So that's great to see.
And I would imagine just from the iron sharpens iron, like that Jerry's all about that. I mean, he's got to be one of the twitchiest guys you'll ever see. So in terms of the work that's being done with your room, which I think you could make an argument it's the best cornerback room in the entire National Football League.
Yes, strong.
And then you take a look at now what you're getting to go against every day. The depth of that room has improved a great deal as well. So in terms of getting better, hard to beat what you guys are doing out there over the last month.
Yeah, I mean, we got the 3 best route runners, I would say, honestly, in the National Football League, if you add, like a guy like Keenan Allen as well. But Elijah, Judy, and Coop, they all can run routes, with the best of them. And honestly, I think, when we get further in the season and things like that, I think people will be looking at them as, one of the top receiver rooms, or if not the top. So I think we definitely got great receivers, great DBs, and, we're only going to make each other better out there.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are having a lot of fun with it, and Denzel and you and MJ and Cam. How's Cam doing going into his second year?
Man, he's a beast. I feel like he's a vet already. I feel like he's played 6 years. That's just the demeanor he carries with. Yeah. That's just how he practices. So he's been doing great out there as well.
How about your guy B. Lynch, who got a chance to go to the Accelerator, which is where they bring coaches that are kind of on the radar maybe to become coordinators in the future and give them a lot of experience that they would need to maybe sit in that chair, which is a great honor for him and certainly well-deserved. We know we're huge fans of him here on this program. What's it been kind of like working with him again now, his second year kind of in that room with you guys?
Oh, man, it's amazing. We say it all the time, man. B. Lynch is the best corners coach in the National Football League, and honestly, he's one of the best coaches I've ever had in my life. So it's great to have a guy that has been there, has done that, has played at a very elite level. It just gives us freedom. He allows us to go make plays out there, gives us our techniques, but when it's time to go, he just allows us to play. So it's definitely been an honor to play for him.
Look, you don't have any other experience other than this one, but as you were talking and listening to you talk now, I mean, so many guys on our defense, you're homegrown guys. Your guys drafted here, developed here. There's continuity, same coaches looking around. We've been playing with these guys for a long time, and with that comes, all right, a veteran team that's ready to go. Let's go right now. Do you sense a different tone with everybody, just how veteran laden this is and how you guys have all kind of grown into this team that had a really surprising, considering all the things that happened with the injury front last year, kind of a surprising season for everybody else? Do you feel the tone of now is our time?
Oh, for sure. If you look at the best teams that there has been out there, there are a lot of homegrown people. You don't see a lot of guys coming in from other places and then bringing people together because the camaraderie isn't there. So I definitely think we're right there. I mean, if you look at it, I feel like we have returned, I think, pretty much 20 of the 22 starters, other than, Mike linebacker. We got Jordan Hicks now, and then another receiver in Jerry Jeudy. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is coming back. So I think that's definitely a recipe for success.
By the way, you and Jordan Hicks, quadzillas over there. He's like, I saw him out there. I was like, whoa. Guys, he's in tremendous condition. He's got some big quads like our guy, Mr. Newsome.
Yeah, he's been amazing. You could tell he's played a billion reps of football. So it's definitely great to, losing a guy like Anthony Walker and Sione. Sure. It's great to replace them with another guy who's so cerebral and is a great football player.
A lot of pros.
There's
a lot of pros on the roster. We were thinking about this, for a long, and this predates you, Greg, but for the longest time, you'd look at draft picks and you're like, all right, he's going to plug in here. There's no room. You got pros everywhere on this
Right,
thing,
yeah.
and that's something that you take. You go to OTAs, you go to mandatory next week. Like you just notice it. Like there's just a lot of dudes, a lot of pros.
Yeah, I mean I feel like that's the same like we just said, man. There's draft pick wise, you got guys able to come in and they don't have to worry about just getting thrown into the fire. Like you're able to sit back, learn, and then when it's their time, they'll be ready as well. Like Miles Harden is phenomenal. I think he's the next, quote unquote Cam Mitchell in a sense where went later, but everyone sees the potential in him. So
yeah.
I think he's another guy that'll have time to sit behind some of us, see how we work, and when he gets on the field, I think he'll make some plays for sure.
I got to see you and share my congratulations, but what did it mean to you when you got the news that obviously they were picking up your 5th-year option and that you would be here for at a minimum 2 seasons and at a very nice rate?
Oh man, it was a blessing.
Yeah, I bet.
First, obviously, just to feel wanted from the team that drafted you.
Yep.
Feels like I've been at least trending this way and doing things right, not just on the field but off the field. So I think they see what I bring to this team, to this community, to this state of Ohio. So it's wonderful. Obviously, the money wise, it's another thing. I got a baby girl on the way, so I'm gonna be able to set up her future as well. Not only myself, her, and then just be able to help my family as well. So
It's awesome,
perfect.
man. It's and you earned it. It's well deserved. So congrats.
Thank you.
Well, it's one of those things too. Like I can't even imagine what age you started dreaming of becoming all of this, and then you start checking off the dreams and say, okay, play big time college football. Yep. Get drafted in the NFL. Yep. Make
First
a living
round.
in the NFL. And for all of these things, like, do you allow yourself moments to take a step back and go, wow, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm really doing all of the things that I dreamed.
Man, it's so hard to do because there's just so much more that I haven't accomplished, in my football career, whether that's, winning a Super Bowl, going All-Pro, going to the Pro Bowl, getting another contract. Like, it's so much that I haven't got to. But, my family also does a great job with just reminding me when I am feeling a little down, like, you went this far. You've checked off so many boxes. Obviously, there's some left to check out, but my family helps me take a step back and realize what I've accomplished this far.
Good to have family. For
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Sometimes
absolutely.
Add a little perspective on things.
So-
You get into the daily grind of it and the relentlessness of it, and sometimes it's nice to have people give you perspective.
Exactly.
Healthy.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah, we also had first interception, pick 6, no
Yeah,
big
all that
deal
stuff.
in
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Checking some
Yeah,
stuff
check
off.
that
Yeah,
box
there's a
off.
lot of
Yep.
boxes.
Did we
man.
ever settle up with MJ? Have we ever? I know he was after like a Merce for a little while there. Did we ever?
No, we didn't settle up, but
No.
we got something.
We're rolling
I already
it
told him
through?
we got, yeah.
Okay.
No, we don't have anything. I still owe
Okay.
him something, so I got
Okay, you
I got
got it.
something for him.
Are we going to get a new competition for this season?
Oh yeah, we have to 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got to get you. Got to get yours this year.
Yeah, no, I dropped a few last year, so I would have been. It's all right. I told him I'm gonna get him this year though.
I love it. I love that.
We had Bubba Ventrone in here last week, and Nathan and I were talking, and we're like, I don't think fans are aware of what's coming with the kickoff. You guys, like, I really don't.
He was
think
out
so.
there today.
You were
He was
out there today. They were doing it today.
Yep.
What is it like implementing this and seeing this in action, and what do you think fans can expect?
Oh man, I feel like a lot of more big plays. You'll see a lot of more athletic guys out there being able to use their hands. You'll see some bigger bodies out there being able to use their hands. But honestly, me on kickoff, I feel like it's going to be very hard to block me with 5 yards of so those fast guys, it's going to be very hard to block them. But there's no room to run around. Like, you have to be able to use your hands. But I think a lot of more big plays. You'll see a lot of more, I feel like more running back type bodies back there.
Yeah.
Versus the smaller bodies. So yeah, it'll definitely be very interesting. I'm really excited to see first preseason game, like how this actually works.
And then a couple times you had Mike Hall Jr. or Alex Wright running down there just annihilating somebody.
Right, yeah.
Wrap your head around that.
Yes. Well, and it's 10 yards, and to your point, and you're not going to be able to run around. You're going to have to block shed.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get off of blocks, and it does feel like we've been saying it. There will be more kick returns for touchdowns this year than any year in NFL
ever.
history because if they get through, there's
You're
no
not
second
gonna
line.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to stop them.
Yeah, but you guys, I think we have an advantage. Just from watching today, I think we're going to have an advantage covering, and we're going to have I think this is going to be a good thing for the Cleveland Browns. Bubba's obviously great, but we've got a lot of talented guys and big-time players like yourself who are willing to go and be a part of this because I think the kickoff now is going to be a play that determines the outcomes of some games this year.
Yeah, and it's great. Like our organization focuses on special teams. As you can see, we bring in guys like Justin Hardy, Tony Brown. We bring in guys like that. Some organizations don't care too much about that. So I think now you have to start caring about special teams a little bit more, because if not, like you said, a kickoff return can, determine the outcome of a game quick.
Is it one of those things like when you guys, as the big fraternity of NFL players, like is it talk of like, hey man, I want to be a part of this? Like guys who traditionally maybe you wouldn't think playing on special teams, or like, man, can I get in on some of this? It feels like it's going to be a fun play.
Nah, for sure. I just think like with us, we talk about it all the time. Like everyone has a role on this team, and the greatest teams, like they'll do whatever it takes to win. So you'll have your best players out there doing stuff that they don't normally do, but that's what it takes in order to get to where we want to get to.
And I think it's that evolution, right? We've seen the evolution on special teams with the way that this kickoff is going to be. And then you're getting to see, it's so nice for you guys defensively, you're doing the same thing with the same guys for the most part, which is nice. And the continuity of that, the ability to be fast. But you mentioned it earlier, you're seeing some different things from the offense. Through your eyes, what are you liking about maybe what we're going to be doing on offense that might be a departure from what we've done in the past?
Yeah, I just think just some of the routes and stuff like that. Yeah. Just being able to guard some of the stuff has been very interesting. Like I feel like the ball's gonna be in the air a little bit more, things like that. I just been thinking the offense has been looking amazing. Jameis has obviously been back there a little bit more with D. Watt still recovering, but I thought they've been looking amazing.
Is Jameis one of the most interesting people you've ever met in your life?
Oh man,
he is literally hilarious, like all the time, 7 in the morning. It doesn't matter when, like, and I think that's what we need for our team, like a guy like that that's he's one of those glue guys, like that everyone gravitates towards, and he's been doing a great job leading this football team as well as D. Watt. I think we got 2 quarterbacks that are going to be, some of our greatest leaders this year.
Yeah, we were at the golf on Monday.
It's unbelievable.
He just shot out of a cannon.
Oh yeah.